Hey everyone, Brian with Three Land Guys here, back with another property tour. Today we're going to look at a 2.7 acre property in Morgan County, Missouri, right by Lake of the Ozarks. Sits on the north side of the lake. As you can see here, we're on our website, threelandguys.com, and you can see 70 total properties in Missouri. Over 40 of those have already sold. We've got 25, 28, depending on when you watch this video, and counting the ones that are under contract. We've got about 25 available. So let's go. I'm going to scroll down and find the 2.7 acre. Here's the 2.7. And this one is pretty close to the water. And you can see here, just flipping through some pictures here for you, sits off Arrowhead Cove on the east side of Arrowhead Cove. Arrowhead Cove meets Brendel Boulevard. We actually own a property right here on Brendel and another property for sale down further west on Brendel. And then we've got a fourth one on Arrowhead Cove. So I'm going to quickly show you this one and then talk about some of those other ones as well. Just so you know, in Morgan County, during the spring and summer, the property does sell there very quickly for obvious reasons. You know, Lake of the Ozarks is one of the top 10 lake destinations in the entire country. This property, you've got power available. You do not have a neighbor on the north side of the property or on the south side. You've got someone across the street, across Arrowhead. But obviously, I don't need to tell you everything you can do at the Ozarks. Obviously, it's a huge boating destination, shopping, basically everything you can think of, some world-class fishing, etc. So let's go take a look at the map here, check out where we're at. First, let's do the street view so you guys get a good idea. Here's Brendel, and here's Arrowhead Cove. Now, just so you know, we have this property. We have this property right here. We have this property right here for sale. And we've got a 4.8 acre that is right here. So we've got a couple different properties in this area, as well as some others in Morgan County. Let's further zoom out. So here you go. You can see Gravois Mills over here. Over here's in Rocky Mount. You've got Versailles, Stover. So you're southeast of Versailles. You're southwest from Barnett. Here's the Four Seasons and the dam and all that stuff. So you're north of there, but you are very, very close to the water. Whoop. Let's zoom out here. Sorry about that. The map zoomed in a little too fast. But here you can see how close you are to the water. And if we do a 3D view, so just so you know, we put these maps on all of our properties. That way you can get a sense for the terrain, and you can also get a feel. Now, this property actually sits just further north from this driveway. So this is actually a little bit displaced. But you can see you're kind of up here on a ridge. And if we zoom out a little bit, you can see this ridge, a lot of these actually head down to the water. So, and you can see if I rotate the view, you can see you've got the water in that direction. You've got the water in front of you there. And you can see the lake there and how it kind of wraps around. So this is really cool, a really cool tool, and can really give you a good idea of what the property's like. You can kind of rotate and get a 360-degree view. That's a better view there to give you an idea of what the terrain is like there. So it does start to slope downward in the back corner of the property. We can come back here to 2D. And you can see this is like a private kind of cul-de-sac, so no one's going to be heading down here. So whether you wanted this property or this smaller one's much more secluded. This one's much larger. And then like I said, we've got this one as well. So it just depends on what you want. This one's got paved road frontage on Brendel. I think this is a 1.8 acre. And then we've got down here, we've got a 4.8 acre with paved road frontage on Brendel. And we also have this one right here. This is a 2.2 acre right at the corner of Indian Creek and Lake Ridge, this triangle lot. So you've got a couple different properties to choose from, and you can see you are very close to the water, and you can head on down to the water from these properties. And this is in the Indian Creek area, in case you're really familiar with this area. And so further zooming out, just to give you one more view of how you're east of Gravois Mills, east of the water, and then here's the main lake down here. If you want to get directions, go ahead and enter a starting address. So where I'm at is in St. Louis, and that's going to open up the map, and you can see here you're about 3 hours from St. Louis. Let's just go ahead and pop in Kansas City. And most of you who are familiar with the Ozarks, you know roughly how far you are. You're 2 hours and 30 minutes from Kansas City. And so since all these properties are fairly close, these directions would apply to most of them. You're heading in the same general area and the same main route. So you're only 2 hours from Springfield. And then let's head back here, talk about pricing and terms. So these parcels, all of our parcels in Morgan County do come with guaranteed owner financing. $500 down on this one, so really low down payment on this one. Monthly payment of $205 per month. 40% discount for cash buyers. Now that could be, $3,000 in cash and $3,600 on a credit card. Bottom line is cash price $6,600, which is really, really cheap for a 2.7 acre property that close to the water. Why can we sell our property so cheap? Well, we know how to market and find property that is not on the market. Unlike most people, we are not buying property off the MLS or off of Zillow. We are buying property through means where most retail buyers just can't. We know how to market and find motivated sellers, find property that's for sale, negotiate really, really good prices, and then pass those savings on to our customers. Last year alone, we sold over 15 properties in Morgan County, and this year we'll probably do the same. Morgan County is probably our highest in demand county, simply because there's very few restrictions compared to, like, say, Camden County, which is just east of Morgan County at the lake. Very few restrictions, which is nice in case you want to do like a fifth wheel or an RV or something like that. You don't have to build a traditional 2,000 square foot stick-built home to own a piece of property in Morgan County, Missouri, which is really nice. Now, GPS coordinates are right here in case you use TomTom or Garmin or something like that. If you need them, they're right there. That's going to map you right to the parcel. This property does have power available. It is not already hooked up. So what we mean by available is the poles are there, and you would have to just pay the power company to come set a meter and track your usage. Water would be well and septic at a buyer's expense. There's no city water or sewer to tie into in this area. Dock and closing fee on our properties, there is not a document or a closing fee. You'll see that on a lot of other places. They'll say, oh, zero down, but $1,500 for closing fees. Well, that's not zero down. That's basically $1,500 down. To me, that's just kind of a BS way of doing business. What you see is what you're going to pay. It is $500, and you get to start using the property 5 minutes after that payment clears. So the next steps, if you do want one of our properties in Morgan County, if you want this 2.7 specifically, or any other property for that matter, you can lock it up with a $100 refundable deposit. You just click on reserve this parcel. That's going to take you here. Follow these simple instructions. You're going to enter your contact information. Then you're going to enter a mailing address. That's just going to be, we're not going to send you anything in the mail, but we are going to just use that mailing address in the sales agreement that we're going to send over for your review. So only fill this out if you're pretty serious about the property, but if you are pretty serious about the property, you definitely want to do this, because what happens all the time is people watch property on our website and they finally talk it over, they finally make it out there and they say, I want to buy. Then they click refresh and the property's sold, or the property's under contract. So this time of year, with the weather changing and we're heading into spring and summer, I'm recording this in April, and these properties fly off the shelf this time of year. So you'd punch in your credit card information here. We process all of our payments securely through Stripe. So think of Stripe almost like a PayPal. It's a secure way to process credit card payments. We don't even know what the number is. It just processes the payment, sends you a receipt, and we get a notification, hey, John Doe wants to buy a piece of property in Morgan County, 2.7 acres. Here's all his information, and we know exactly what to put in a sales agreement. So if you prefer to just call us, you can do so as well, and we can handle answer all your questions about that property or any other properties. Go ahead, give us a call. Our sales office is 855-995-4798. And once again, we can answer questions about this one. We can tell you all of our inventory. Right now, in Morgan County, I think we have about 8 properties for sale right now, and that fluctuates. Some weeks we might have 5, some weeks we might have 10, some weeks we might have 1. It really just depends on what we have in inventory, what we're acquiring. We do have a good inventory at the time of this recording on April 28th in the afternoon. So go ahead, check out our website. Go ahead and start at the Missouri page. If you don't want Morgan County specifically, we've got 2 building lots right now in Camden County over at the Four Seasons. We've got a ton of property down near Table Rock Lake. We've got some good Washington County parcels that would be good for building or mobile homes or modular homes. No restrictions, hour and 15 minutes away from St. Louis in case you need to commute in. So we've got a lot of good Missouri property. Like I said, I think about 28 properties right now at the time of recording. So all can be financed, great terms, no credit checks, no banks, directly through us. So go ahead, give us a call, browse what we have on our website, and we will talk to you soon.